Let's get across the markets today, see how they cope with that bigger than expected inflation number, plus the budget. Ingrid Willinge has it all for us. Ingrid, there were some big swings today, but the markets seem to take Jim Chalmers' first budget in its stride.
Yeah, it did. It was, though, as you say, a rollercoaster day for the market. It started pretty strong in light of the budget. That was the initial reaction. But after inflation numbers were released, markets paired those gains. And although it did recover some of those gains in the early afternoon, it only closed up around 0.2% there. Real estate and utilities were stronger. Staples like food and grocery continuing to drag. But I want to take a look at bond yields as well, because we did see the 3 and the 10-year bond yield rise, as well as the Aussie dollar off the back of what we saw, of course, pairing those gains as well. But the Aussie dollar there sitting at 64 US cents as investors priced in the potential for more rate hikes from the RBA. But as I said, some of this did fade into the afternoon, at least for yields. As for the best performers today, Costa Group, you can see they're up over 10% after Payne Schwartz Partners made a move on the registry to pick up to 15% of the group overnight. The company says it's a long-term investment, but analysts suggest it could be looking to take control of the group. Bega Cheese also up around 1.5% after its chief executive announced he'll depart in 2023. Of course, this comes as announced price rises have been able to offset cost increases internally. So far, the chief operating officer, Pete Findlay, will take on that top job. And Prosper Group has given a quarterly update expecting a stable yield in 2023, completing its share buyback. That stock up around 1.5% today. But looking at the flip side, some of the worst performers on the market today, Coles closing down around 2.4% after it updated its quarterly sales. Group sales were up 1.3% to almost $10 billion. But the company has warned of ongoing cost price inflation and said price inflation has grown to 7.1% from 4.3% last quarter. Very topical given that inflation number we received today. Codan also, that's got to be the worst performer today, down around 20%, given some pretty tough forecasts for the coming year at its AGM, predominantly due to geopolitical issues and the financial impact of COVID, which is still playing out for the business. And of course, Medibank, Ross, you discussed it earlier, but suffering those big losses after resuming trade today. There's the percentage. It's down 18%, right near the lows of the day. Ross?
No, I'll tell you what, Ingrid, that was a big fall from Medibank and Codan as well. So thanks so much for that.